Hi, you guys. It is Thursday, April 23rd, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 48. Wow. You can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl-doris.blogspot.com. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one, on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group. And we have one new member this week, and that is Tweaks9394, who is Terry from Hastings, Michigan. Terry, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Thanks for joining the group. And Terry had put me on the big screen one day. I was on Instagram, and I follow her on Instagram, and she posted a picture of my face on the big TV screen. I was like, wow, I'm on the big screen. Welcome, Terry. I usually do a Ravelry group birthday shout out, and this week we have two birthdays. We have Crochet Knit 2, who is Emily. Her birthday is, today's Thursday. Sunday, I think it's Sunday. Hang on, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. Her birthday is Sunday. Happy birthday, Emily. Emily has a podcast on YouTube. I think it's Crochet Knit. I think. It's fun. She is fun to watch. The second birthday is Survivor 11, who is Sue. Her birthday is on Monday, the 27th. So happy birthday, girls. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I hope you get to spend time with family and friends and people that you want to spend time with, and do whatever you want, and that you eat cake. Happy birthday. On YouTube this week, we have 243 subscribers. That is 2 up from last week. And I'm noticing that the views are down, but then I think, Doris, you've been busy too, and you haven't got to watch this week's Fat Squirrel or Made by Faye, or because life is busy. So I'm understanding, and I think Saturday, after I do my exercise, I'm going to knit and watch podcasts that I haven't got to watch yet this week. So this podcast also has an April knit along, KAL. It is just a finished objects for the month of April. Rules are you must be a member of the group to qualify for prizes. Objects started on April 1st or after and finished by April 30th, which is next Thursday. That thread will be closing. We have 6 projects up already. Anyway, limit 2 per person. Chatter is welcome and encouraged. The prize is the yarn donated from our friend of the podcast. It's 2 skeins of Patton's Croix sock. Believe it or not, these are the same colorway. I promise. I checked and rechecked. So this plus a few items that I have planned to send with it from me. So if I get them done. Anyway, there will be specials in that. Good luck and happy knitting. Also, new section this week is that next Thursday will be my Podiversary, my 1 year of podcasting. My 1 year. I've podcasted for 1 year. My first podcast happened on May 1st, 2014. So this will be April 30th, 2015. It will be our Podiversary, my Podiversary. So to celebrate, I'm going to be opening a thread on Ravelry. So if you're a subscriber to YouTube but you haven't joined the Ravelry group, I encourage you to go over. Simple. Ravelry is free. And just think about all the free patterns and what have you that are available. And you have a community of people like you that craft, that knit, that crochet, that is awesome, spin. So join the group. Let me see. I'm going to open a thread in the podcast group probably this evening. And it's going to be like questions like, how did you find the podcast? What has been your favorite part of the podcast? Can you think of a favorite moment? That would be awesome. Also, what will you change? Answer these questions in a post and you'll be eligible for a prize. The rules for this prize is the same as any others. You must be a member of the group to qualify. 1 post per person. The thread will be open for 1 week. So from tonight I will close it next Thursday before I film. And next Thursday during the filming on my Podiversary, I will draw for that gift. For that prize. The prize, by the way, is any one item from my Etsy store and custom order. If you have something that you want in a different color or whatever, custom items are okay. So any one item. When I say one item, if it's a necklace and earring set, that's an item. So go over there, look at what I have, and pick out your prize. You might win. Okay, that is all of the administration. I cannot believe. I was talking to Ted last night. It's like, can you believe that I've been doing this for a month or for a year? And he goes, wow, it seems like longer. I'm like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean you think it's been longer? Are you tired of me doing what? He goes, it just seems like you've been doing it for longer. You're doing so well. It just seems like you've been doing it for longer. And I'm just happened to look down. My hair. Oh no, never mind. I'm not going to say anything. Just going to let it go. The story of the week is that, and I have a co-host again. Hopefully he will behave. He's already had his supper. It's just me and the dog at home, so I figure I'd just leave the door open and let him do what he wants. That way he's not crying in the background. So, story of the week. I have figured out what is going on with my eating, and I've made some improvements. So, what I have been doing, and I haven't had any cheating this week, or I haven't had any bad eating. I realized that I was like not getting enough calories. I was trying to survive on 500 to 600 calories throughout the work day. And then I was starving. I was hungry. I felt deprived. And that's when I would cheat. Then I would go get something bad on the way home. So I have increased my calories. I'm eating around 800 through the work day, which is not really bad. Not bad. I mean, I'm supposed to have, with my weight, like 2,000 calories, but I'm not good. I've been staying around under 1,400 calories per day, so I'm doing very well. I also, where am I at? Figured out the exercise thing. I thought a lot about it. I thought about my schedule at work. I used to leave for work at 6:30, get to work by 7, and just start my day early so I could get out early. Well, they changed the way I work in long-term care, which is a nursing home rehab center, And they changed. They used to, when I got there at 7, some people had already eaten their breakfast and were done, and so I could work with them. Now they don't start serving breakfast until 8 o'clock in the dining room. And most of these people who are used to getting their breakfast earlier won't leave the dining room. So I have to wait for them to get done eating breakfast. So, wow, such a long story. Sorry about that. But I have decided that I've thought about it and thought about that. Well, I could exercise in the morning. I think that it would be better for me to exercise in the morning because then I get it done. I don't have to get up uber early because before I was getting up at 4 o'clock and going to the gym. Oh, I can't do that. So I get up at 5 o'clock. I was thinking about it and I made a plan in my head. I'm getting up Monday morning at 5 o'clock. I'm doing an exercise, 30 minutes, and then I'll be done. So Monday, I woke up at 4 o'clock in atrial fib. And I went back to sleep and I woke up at 5 and I was fine. I was in normal sinus rhythm. But I thought, no. So anyway, Monday night I came home and I exercised at home. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I got up at 5 o'clock. I did some form of exercise, either on the elliptical for 25, 30 minutes, or doing toning and weight exercises and on the ball. So I've done my exercise 4 times this week. Plan on doing it again tomorrow. Plan on going for a walk on Saturday. And it's got it together. And I've lost 2 pounds this week. 2. So things are going well. Also, learning new things is the title. Learning more new things. More new things is the title. And I did learn a new technique this week. I learned how to do the 3-needle bind off. Awesome. Go on YouTube, type in 3-needle bind off. It's very simple. And I needed it for some of my finished objects this week because I made some cute little stuffed animals preparing for my bakery bears. And that was a really long story, and I apologize. Moving on. Did I cover everything in the story? They learn new things, realize when tripping me up. Okay. The health pearl this week. 10 habits of a highly unflabby person. So, let me get that up. So I linked it in the show notes. Okay, what are we doing here? Come on now. That's not where I was. Hang on. Oh. Stumble. Find it fastly. Come on. 10 best habits from a highly unflabby person. And I linked it in the show notes. I'm not going to read it all. There's a lot of good information. But there's what it looks like. Links in the show notes. So, eating habits. It says grease your pans with olive oil, cooking spray instead of butter. You save and it gives you what you save, what calories you save. See, this is why I show something and the color goes bad. How do I refocus? I learned something else new today. Sorry. Use smaller plates, and they say, or use a blue plate, because studies have shown that eating food or that shown that blue objects suppress your appetite. Smaller plates or blue plates. You can save up to 500. So each little thing tells you how many calories you will save per week by doing these things. Drink water before every meal. It says that a full stomach, so you don't eat so much. It says it actually initiates a complex metabolic reaction that dietitians call filling up your stomach before, so you don't eat as much. Cook with spices instead of sauces. Sauces are high in calories where spices aren't, and they recommend using hot spices if you can tolerate it, hot spices or hot peppers, because that increases your metabolism. Your drinking habits. Number 5. And it says, don't even make eye contact with us if you're still drinking sodas. A Dr. Pepper has 150 calories. So you're saving a lot of calories if you don't drink your sodas. And I have cut down on my sodas. I don't drink soda. But the reason I was drinking diet soda. The reason I don't drink it because it has sodium in it. Every once in a while I'll have a soda, but okay. Says pour your coffee creamer down the drain. Don't use the creamers and stuff because they're full of calories. Treat your beer like scotch. The heavier the brew, the higher the calories. Makes sense. So it says if you really want to chill and have something beery, drink the light one, but only drink one. Work habits. Work standing up. It says sitting down. Well, there's a big thing about how most people that sit down half of their day are 50% have a 50% greater chance of killing over from a heart attack. So get a standing desk, they suggest. Do your own chores. You save money. You improve your house. You get exercise without the pesky working out. There you go. And it tells how many calories each activity. Walking habits. The single best thing you can do for your body is easy enough for a toddler to do. So walking. And it says they recommend that you get a pedometer, if that's the right pronunciation, or a dog, because and walking with your friends, they will, sometimes encourage you not to walk out, but your dog will never encourage you not to do anything. So, speaking of a pedometer, I will be having one in my new iWatch, which is being shipped as we speak, and I will have it tomorrow. Yay! It's a birthday present from Ted, my Apple Watch, coming tomorrow. So excited. Anyway, that is it of the health pearls. I'm sure some of you people are happy that that's over with. Anyway, if you're interested in all of the article, it's a really good article. It's fun, interesting, and it gives you stuff to think about that might help you to be more healthy. And we're moving on. We did the Podiversary, the story of the week, the health pearls. No stash this week. I didn't stash anything. Been busy. I do have some finished objects. Yes, I do. Starting out with this one. My Ricky hat is a free pattern on Ravelry by Sarah Young. It was knit on US 4, 3.5 millimeter, and US 7, 4.5 40-inch circulars in magic loot. The yarn is Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable. And the color is Cappuccino. There it is. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I said last week, I will be knitting more. And I'm hoping that the people that I knit them for will love them. Yeah. I don't think I look good with hats on. Okay. Anyway, love this pattern. I recommend it. It's garter, all garter. You just knit 1 row, purl 1 row. You do 15 garter repeats for the brim, and then you switch to the larger needle and it flies. Love it, love it. And the next 2 things you haven't seen unless you follow me on Instagram. I thought I had these in my library for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, because I wanted to practice doing some stuffies before the BB. Bakery Bear. So the first finished object is Kitty Bean number 1. They are a free pattern on Ravelry. Okay. Kitty Bean. Oops. Number 2. I knit one and I had to knit another one. Okay. Okay. So, free pattern on Ravelry by Jenna Krapar, who is from Retro Lemon Studio. She has the podcast Retro Lemon Studio audio podcast, and she's a pattern designer. The yarn on this one, see camera. The yarn on this one is, these are just scrap yarns or yarns that I had that I might have used some. This is from Craft Smart Value. The color is Fiesta. The eyes are the cat eyes from Emmy Eyes on Etsy. They are 9-inch mix set that I got. Knit on US 6 because the pattern says to knit them with a needle 2 to 3 sizes smaller than what the material calls for, so that you have a dense material. Links to Emmy Eyes on the show notes. Aren't these so cute? I didn't have the nose, so I embroidered a nose and made the mouth. I'm not real happy with the nose. It seems it's really long. And another thing, I'm not happy with the seaming. I'm not a seamer. But there's my first. And it's so funny, this tail helps it to stand. So cute. So cute. Yeah, I'll probably be making more. And this one, Kitty Bean number 2, is made from Red Heart Super Saver in the color Bright Mix. Again, knit on US 6, 4mm, 40-inch circular, and magic loop. Eyes are the Emmy Eyes, which is an Etsy store. The guy who has the Etsy store also has a podcast, Celtic Lucas. So, and this one has the little pink because the brown didn't show up. And the circular eyes. These are also 9mm eyes. Ooh, cute little tail. That doesn't stand, but this, oh, hate it. I gotta figure that out because I will be making more. So that is all of the finished objects. And I only have 2 works in progress. First one in my Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm bag. She had an update this week, and I so wanted to buy stuff, but I have a trip coming up. I have to be careful what I spend. So I did some backward knitting this week. Another thing that I learned to do this week, I meant to say with these, I've never used the safety eyes before. This one was simpler because it had a smaller washer thing, so it went on pretty simple. These eyes, oh my goodness, I had to get Ted to put them on. So if anyone has any helpful hints on how to apply the safety eyes without killing yourself or breaking a thumb, let me know. So I've done more backward knitting on these socks than knitting forward. In fact, I'm back to where I started. Because somebody, Heather, from, I don't know what the name of her podcast is, but she's Heather M12, left me a link to a tutorial for the sweet potato hill. So I tried it, and I messed it up because I need a pattern. This one just has a tutorial for like one wedge. So I worked on it Tuesday night, and then I ripped it all back to where I was. Anyway, it's a vanilla sock that I don't know what I'm doing with the heels. On this sock, I will probably go ahead and do the Fish Lips Kiss heel because of the color and everything. And then my next sock, because I'm going to buy the sock pattern for the Sweet Tomato Hill. I put it in my queue so that I can knit a different sock heel. So anyway, this is like 2x2 ribbon for about an inch, and then I'm doing 3x3. I want to put a heel in, and I have it so that I can start the other one too, and I just haven't done it yet. So sorry, I just wanted to show you because I want to talk about the heel. It didn't work out. Thanks so much, Heather, for the link, but for me, I guess I need the pattern so I can really, maybe I was doing okay, but once I got to a certain point, I didn't know what to do. Another problem is that I'm left-handed, and that was like right-handed, and it just kept confusing me, and I didn't know if I was doing it right, and miscounting of stitches and what have you, but I'm going to get the pattern. So, the next thing in my Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm bag is the Simple Raglan Cardi, which is a free pattern. It's a free pattern on Lions. Where's that at? Lion Brand Yarns and on Ravelry. And the pattern number is L10199. And there's the pattern. I'm, however, making modifications because I'm making longer sleeves, and I took it over Tuesday night so that, okay, so I separated for the arms. I took it over to the recipient, and we tried it on, make sure it was going to fit her, and discussed the length and everything. She wants it, so I'm actually going to knit this one 14 inches past the armhole. Well, 12 inches past the armhole, and do 2 inches of 1x1 ribbing. And I'm going to make the arms longer So here it is. I was like probably, I don't have a marker, but I was like a few repeats from separating last week. So I've done, anyway, let me put a marker so I can show you. I was like, I think I said 2 to 4 repeats from the armhole. So that's where I was last week. And so I separated for the sleeves. We measured, made sure everything was good. And I've knit that much more. So about 1.5 to 2 inches on this. And it's flying since I separated the sleeves and took off 110 stitches. It's flying, so there it is. Very cute, very simple pattern. And of course, when all of the knitting is done, you pick up stitches across the front and do ribbing. I think 1 or 2 inches of ribbing here. So there it is. And I like this pattern and I want one too. So, but I did most of the knitting as I finished the hat and I played with those bears. And I knit and reverse knit on these. I don't think I did another project last night while we were watching American Idol. Secret project. One of my gifts for the winner of the cow. I put Bakery Bear stuff, getting ready. I'm still a little nervous about the seaming, but we're a step closer. Got the pattern and the yarn in there. I don't have the needles yet. Because that's another thing. I'm not using beads like the pattern calls for. I'm going to use these cute little these eyes that I got from China for my Bakery Bear, and they're safety eyes, and I'm gonna have to do stuff a little bit different and figure that out. So that's got me a little nervous too. Anyway, it's in the bag now. So, moving on, spinning. I did a little bit more on the Pond Forest roving. Not a lot. Wait a minute, I put that in the wrong bag. Oops. I set that there for now. But I'll show you it. I've just done a little bit more. This is Pond Forest roving. Oh, that light is like kind of, there it is. Pond Forest roving from Knit Spin Farms. Very pretty. It's just stark white, and it's, even though it's like a rustic, so it's soft, it's nice. Like I've used this before, I've spun it before and made the orange stocking cap for Christmas. I dyed it and then, yeah. Lots of moving around. Sorry. Okay, so Pinterest this week is kind of travel-y. I've got, next weekend is the annual Mushroom Festival, which I go home to my hometown, spend time with my sister, and we do the Mushroom Festival. I mentioned last year that before, it was always a tradition when my mom was living that we would always try to get together for the Mushroom Festival, and before she passed away, she asked us to keep going, to continue to go. So me and my sister go every year. We remember our mom and we do fun things and we just, spend time together. I see my sister, who lives up in the Kansas City area, twice a year. So I'm going to see her next weekend. So anyway, I said all that to say the pen Triste this week is 14 genius space-saving ways to pack your suitcase. And I've got a couple trips this summer coming up, plus the camping trips that are coming up. So 14 genius space-saving ways to pack your suitcase. This caught my eye. Occasionally I will pack jewelry. This says to set your jewelry between 2 sheets of plastic wrap to prevent it from moving around and tangling in your bag. And this is one of those press and seal, Glad press and seal. So that was definitely, sorry for the glare, ingenious. Definitely. Second one is to use pill, P-I-L-L, case compartments or old lip balm containers to organize and keep track of your smaller jewelry, like rings and earrings. I don't pack a lot of jewelry, like I said, but I thought that was cool. String the ends of dainty necklaces through a straw to prevent the chain from knotting and tangling. Cool. Keep track of small stud earrings by fastening the set through a buttonholes before slipping them into your jewelry bag. Now, I thought that was cool too. Cool. When packing clothes that wrinkle easily, lay the clothes flat inside dryer bags and then fold them. Normally, it says the plastic will prevent the creases from setting. Maximize space in your luggage. It says to roll your clothes instead of folding. You'll be surprised how much more can fit in. There's a grip for your bras. Stack them together and then put your underwear in the middle and fold them together. That will hold your bra's shape. Cute little grip. There you go. Also, the next one is your dirty soles of your shoes. I always pack mine. There it is. I usually pack mine in a separate bag, but they suggest using a shower cap with your shoes. And then the next one is to stuff things in your shoes. Number 10, you can protect your delicates by putting them in those little cloth bags that you get from shoes or new shoes or handbags. Those little bags. I show a picture of them. It says instead of packing big packages, bulky bottles of your makeup, use a clean contact case for easy travel to put your makeup and moisturizer and stuff in. Cool. I don't use makeup, so. Then it says for liquids that you don't want the lids to burst open and then little chunks everywhere. Open it up, put plastic wrap, cover it with plastic wrap, the opening, and then put the lid back on so that, screw the lid back on, that flip thing. If it becomes open, then your clothes won't get all nasty from the liquid because, Protect your powder makeup by putting cotton balls or cotton slips in it before you close it. We'll just keep it from breaking up. Again, I don't wear makeup. And then finally, it says if your razor doesn't have the safety cap, you can use one of those big clip things so you won't get cut while you're looking, browsing through your makeup kit or whatever. So that is 14 ingenious space-saving ways to pack your suitcase. And the stumble. Really enjoyed the stumble this week. When it comes open. Find it simply. I know where it is. 8 ways to start your morning the right way. Or 8 ways to start your morning right. Again, I can't read the whole article, but I promise you it is worth a read. If you're like me, I don't get up so well sometimes, but since I've been exercising and trying to eat right, things have been going more smooth. It really has. I have been more positive. It does improve your mood to exercise in the morning. But anyway, I know a lot of you people don't want to hear this, but it's a big article with lots of wonderful information. But I'm just going to read the headlines and mention it because I read through it. It says, eat a healthy breakfast. Very important. It will help with your mood. Okay, I'm just not going to show you because it's kind of... So, 8 ways to start your morning right and change your thoughts. Eat a healthy breakfast. Exercise. It's true. I exercise. And you don't even have to do a full workout. He said 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of just some kind of, and he says actually 3 to 5 minutes. Do jumping jacks, do some yoga, do some push-ups. It will improve your mood. And I am here to tell you that it really does. Somebody remind me when I say I'm having trouble. Comment. Doris, remember it helps your mood. Because, you know. Anyway. And he suggests, like I said, exercise, eat a good breakfast, positive journaling. Spend 5 to 10 minutes just writing positive things. And he gave suggestions. What will I do today to work towards my meaningful goals? What am I grateful for right now? And what will I do today to improve someone else's life? Those are things to journal about. Another thing is to have a positive conversation or write a positive note. He suggests if you live with people to have a positive conversation in the morning. Or make it, he says it's a good idea just to make it a rule to just have positive conversations in the morning. Stop using the snooze alarm. The extra 5 to 15 minutes really doesn't help you feel better. Just go. Meditation. You don't need 30 or more minutes. Just, 5 minutes meditation, thinking good things. Listening to or reading something positive. Instead of turning on the TV with all the news, listen to positive music. Read a self-help book. Start, read a few pages of a self-help book. Something positive. And if all of this is saying, I don't have time to do all of this, prepare the night before. Cut up fruit for breakfast the next morning. Get your journal out so that you can see it. Do things that will set you up for success of trying these things to help you feel better and have a more positive attitude. First thing in the morning, it will make the day go smooth. Anyway, I've talked enough. Wow, I've talked too much. I didn't expect to be this long. Sorry, I'm not going to apologize. Thank you for watching. If this is the first time you've seen me, thank you so much for coming by. Go over there, hit that subscribe button. Go over here and hit the thumbs up. If you've come back again, thank you so much. Go join the Ravelry group. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, do all those things, and I'll thank you very much. See you next week for the Podiversary. Don't forget to go and comment and answer the questions in the thread that will be there shortly. Bye, you guys. Thanks.